What if I told you with just a few simple tweaks you could double your SEO traffic overnight? In this video, I'm revealing the exact hacks that worked for me, and they're easier than you'd think. I'm Mr. Web Marketing Brad Hauck, a digital marketing strategist who's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs grow their businesses online. Today, I'm sharing some SEO hacks that I learned through running a huge SEO agency, which will change the way you think about driving traffic. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by SEO and the jargon, you're not alone. Trust me, these hacks are completely beginner-friendly and results-driven. Hack number 1, optimize your titles and metadata and the descriptions. It's pretty simple. The fact of the matter is, when you go to Google to do a search or any search engine, the first thing is actually the title from your web page or some mixture of the title from your web page that the search engines have chosen to show. But more often than not, it's actually the title that you put there. And the second part is normally the description from your page. So this is the major opportunity you have to actually grow your traffic and tell the search engines what you want them to display. It's also the most important thing you can do because it's what the search engines start to assess your page based upon. Your title is your first impression, so you need to make it irresistible, not just for the search engines, but for the humans that use the search engines because they're the ones that actually click it. Use some tools like Answer the Public and Google's Keyword Planner and Trends to find high traffic keywords and use them in your titles and in your descriptions. It's super important. And the best thing you can do is actually lead with your major keyword. For example, if you are a dog trainer in Adelaide, then you should lead your titles with Dog Training Adelaide. Instead of best pizza recipe, try 10-minute pizza recipe that tastes like Italy. If people are looking for something that's catchy, that's going to work for you. So it depends on your market. Hack number 2, target long-tail keywords. So what are long-tail keywords? They're the ones that contain more words. Probably look at them as being phrases, less keywords. So I tend to call them keyword phrases myself. They're specific, less competitive, and bring in more qualified leads. So great example of this is when you first start searching for a new car to buy. You start searching in a very general way. You look up cars and you look up certain features. So you might want a hybrid car, and then you get to know which hybrid cars they are. So you say Mazda hybrid car, and then you realize there's plug-in hybrids. So it's Mazda plug-in hybrid cars. Now we're getting into long-tail keywords. You'd see the phrase is building, but also you as the buyer are actually moving closer to the point where you're going to buy. So the closer you're getting to buy, the more specific your searches get. And that's where you can get your really good traffic that's actually ready to buy now, not doing those general searches such as hybrid car. So you need to look at the use of those in your articles and write some articles for your website that actually are targeting those specific long tail phrases. You can use tools like Ubersuggest or SEMrush to help you find those, but most of them will come to you when you start making lists of the major keywords and breaking them down and expanding them a bit. It doesn't take a lot of work to find better long tail keywords. Hack number 3, improve your page load speed. Now, one of the things that's really key for SEO is how fast your pages load. So many people put huge pictures on their homepage, and then it takes ages for them to load. You need to compress all those images. You need to pull out all the extraneous stuff out of your pages that's going to slow down the speed. And there's a range of different plugins that you can use if you're using WordPress. You can remove plugins, you can add plugins, depending on which is causing the problem. But if you go to Google, they actually have tools that help show you the problems with your page load. So just do a search for page load speed test, and it will tell you exactly where all the problems lie and you need to fix them, or get your webmaster to fix them. Another thing you can do is use a CDN, which is where you distribute your website throughout the world in a more local-based server. So it's not just coming from Australia to America, it's coming from America to America, or vice versa, or wherever you are. Great thing is to get used of Google Page Speed Insights and GT Metrics to test those things. And it's an easy way to fix the problems. Hack number 4, create value pack content. It's really important that you have quality over quantity. Yes, the more pages you have in your website, the more chances are Google can be attracted to them. But make sure that you write for your audience first. It's one thing to rank, but you've got to do something to convert people when they get there. So make sure that you create value-packed content so that people are more inclined to buy your stuff. For example, you can take top 5 tips and turn it into 10 expert tips with free templates. Don't just create content for the sake of creating content. There's no point to that. It doesn't help you sell your products and services. One of the great things you can do is find top performing content in your niche and then copy that, rewrite it, and make it even better, and then put it on your website. So look at what's working well and come up with your own version of that. That's the quickest way to create really good value-packed content. Hack number 5 is build high-quality backlinks. Now, this is considerably more difficult these days, but they are still crucial for your SEO authority. So the more trusted sites you get to link to your site, the higher your site will rank in Google, especially in competitive niches. There's a range of tools such as Ahrefs that can help you find competitors and see where they're getting their backlinks from. And then when you find out where they're getting their backlinks, you go and try and get a backlink on the same site. Now, it's not always possible, and it does take a fair amount of work. But getting good quality backlinks from quality websites is absolutely worth your time and effort. But you may need to bring in some specialists to help you do this bit. Just to tidy up this, I'd like to cover a few SEO mistakes, and these ones are really common. The first is keyword stuffing. And this is where you use the same keyword over and over again on a page, thinking the page will rank higher. Yes, you need to use the keyword a couple of times on a page, but the search engines use what they call semantic searching. So they're looking for versions of the word that mean the same thing. So for example, dog and canine are talking about the same thing, but they're not the same word. So make sure you're using variations of the keyword as well as the keyword. The second one is ignoring mobile optimization. Everything is mobile based these days, as you well know. So make sure that you are optimizing for mobile use and that your pages all fit properly when they shrink down. Remember, we've got tablets and we've got mobile phones, and that changes the layout of your content. If it's not readable, great example is the text doesn't get bigger, it stays small and you can't read it on the phone. That's going to stop people staying on your site. Obviously, focusing on quantity over quality, start with quality and build quantity over time. If you avoid these, look, you'll stay ahead of 90% of your competition. So to recap those hacks, first, get your titles and meta descriptions written really well so that they not only use the keywords and rank in the search engines, but attract the right sort of people to your website. Use long tail keywords to create better content for your website that is more specific to people in the buying stage of their search rather than the early stages of their search. Fix your page speed so your pages load fast and nice and smoothly. Produce value-packed content so when people get to your site, they've got something great to read, not just they've been attracted there. And lastly, try and get some backlinks back to your website and to your content, because they only help set up the authority of your website. So are you ready to see results? Try one of these hacks today and let me know about your progress in the comments. I highly recommend that you fix your titles and descriptions first. I have done this so many times with clients, and I can tell you I have seen local businesses jump from page 2 or 3 to the top 5 on page 1 just by fixing the titles and descriptions. So give it a go, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.